how are you? I hope you all are doing well, studying well and following good exercise and healthy food eating habits. So children, now that we know that science is something that tells us about so many things that are relevant to us, about living organisms especially, and also about the outer space. So children, in science, we mainly focus on our good healthy food also, which we are going to talk about in this chapter called healthy food. What type of food you must eat, what should be there in your day-to-day diet, alright. So, the planner says we are going to talk about the different kinds of food, water, balanced diet, eating habits and sources of food, and also about the healthy eating habits. Okay? So, let us relate. Imagine a situation when you are not allowed to move out of your room. Would you like it? You will become restless and will not want yourself to be caged. In that situation, you will also not like to eat your favorite dish. Same thing happens with animals kept in the zoo. Now discuss about these animals with your friends. So children, everybody loves freedom. Nobody likes to be caged. Nobody likes to be dominated or dictated by other person, isn't it? We want to move freely. Only when we move freely, okay, we are energetic. Otherwise, we are always bored, we are always lethargic, always cribbing and grumbling. So, similarly, even animals, okay, although they cannot speak, but they do have emotions. But when we cage them and keep them in a zoo, okay, that's when most of the animals, okay, they don't survive because they do not eat. It is not their zone, it is not their territory, it is not their habitat. We all are very comfortable in our own homes. Similarly, even animals are very comfortable in their own homes. And zoo is not the place where the animals should be. They are just kept there, but anything which is like very small, okay, then it is not the right place where the animal should be. They should have the freedom to move freely. Alright. So, discuss about this with your friends as well. Food is very important for all living things to stay alive. We eat food to grow, to be healthy and strong. It gives us energy to work and play also. So, if you don't eat food, how do you feel? You feel hungry, okay, that is one thing. Apart from that, you feel lazy, okay, and you don't feel that you don't have the energy to do anything. But as soon as you eat food, you are totally refreshed, okay, and you have so much energy to do any activity, isn't it? So, apart from that, food also keeps away illness and helps us to fight diseases and also helps us to keep us healthy. So, now let us talk about the different kinds of food we must eat, okay. So, children, we know that we always eat different types of food, variety of food on a daily basis. So, we eat various type of food which is essential for our body. But to eat the right kind of food and right amount of that food is most important for our growth. So, eating various kind of food is good, but how much you should eat, the quantity of it, okay, and the quality of the food that you are eating is very important. Okay. Now, food can be divided into three groups: energy giving food, body building food and protective food. Okay. So, what is energy giving food? Energy giving food, as the name suggests, gives us energy to work and to play, like butter, rice, potato, sugar. These are all energy giving food. Now, body building food, what does it do? It helps us to grow. Okay, it builds our body, it helps us to grow. They build our bones and muscles strong. Okay, so example is milk, eggs, pulses, fish and meat. Now, let us do a fact check. Milk is a complete food. It makes our bones strong. You must have seen small babies, okay, the small very newborn babies, what do they have? They mostly have milk. So, for them, milk is a complete food. Similarly, for others also, milk, even if you have a glass of milk, okay, it is more than enough to sustain for that day. I don't suggest you to have it or have only milk, but it can sustain for the day in case there is nothing available. Alright. So, now let us talk about protective food. Protective food helps us to fight diseases. Okay, they keep away illness and make us healthy. Okay. Now, what are these protective food? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, they help us to be fit, okay, healthy, and they help in the fighting of diseases. Okay. Now, act on. Make a note of all the food items you eat in one day. Check whether you are eating something from each food group or not. So, whatever you eat on a daily basis, make a list of it and see to it that whether you are including all these three types of one item from all these three types or not, at least one item. Okay. Then you will come to know whether you are eating a good every day. A lot of water helps us to digest the food. Okay, it washes away waste from our body and forms a major part of the blood. Okay, so water is also very important, just like food. Okay, so ensure that you have at least 6 to 8 glasses of water on a daily basis. So, because our body needs 8 to 10 glasses of clean water every day. Yes, drinking water is not sufficient. The water has to be clean, okay, and drinkable. Now, you know, do you know this fact? Okay, 70% of our body is made up of water, okay, and that is why we always must drink water and keep ourselves hydrated. Okay, if there is less water in our body, we feel giddy. Okay, we feel don't feel like doing anything. We feel like as though we are fainting. That is because the water is lacking in our body, and that is the reason why we must have water continuously to keep ourselves hydrated. Okay. Now, let us talk about a balanced diet. Okay. To remain healthy, we must eat a balanced diet. Okay. A balanced diet contains all the combination of food from all the groups in proper quantities. The groups that we spoke about, the energy giving, the protective food, and also the bodybuilding food. So, anything in our diet, when we include at least one thing from all these three categories, it becomes a balanced diet. And when we drink water also, it makes our diet completely balanced. Okay. So, according to this chart, we must have at least 5% of fat, oil, sugar and sweet. So, I am not saying you should curtail sweets and all completely. Sweets and everything helps us, our body, okay, but they should be had in lesser quantity. Okay. Fat, sugar and sweet should be had in lesser quantity. 20% fish, meat, milk and eggs. So, vegetables, and 40% bread, pasta, that means your cereals and your pulses. Okay. Now, let us talk about eating habits. Etc. They are called non-vegetarian. Or maybe fish or maybe meat, then then the person is a non-vegetarian who eats both vegetarian food as well as non-vegetarian food. Okay. Now, we eat different foods at different time. So, there is a time for each type of food that we eat. We usually have 3 meals in a day. A meal is the food that we eat at a fixed time every day. So, children, you must ensure that you eat at a fixed time every day, so that you will eat regularly. At the same time, it will help you to stay fit and active. Okay. So, We eat breakfast in the morning. Breakfast is the first meal of our day, and you must eat a breakfast every day in the morning, because what happens is we have our meal say around 8 o'clock in the night, okay, 7:38 in the night we have our meal, and after that, okay, we don't eat anything. When we sleep, we don't eat anything, and we get up in the morning, say around, if you get up around 6:37 or 8, okay, so you are keeping an empty stomach for almost 10 to 12 hours, and that is the reason why you must have a breakfast in the morning, so that your body does not, have any problems, okay, and it stays energetic. So we eat lunch in the afternoon. Our lunch is our second meal of the day, and we eat dinner at night. So sometimes in evening we take milk, juice, tea, soups or snacks. Sometimes we have a light dinner, okay, because we don't want to stuff ourselves, and ensure that between your dinner and sleep time there is a gap of 2 hours, so that your food gets digested well, okay. Now act on. Are you a vegetarian or non-vegetarian? And at what time you take your meals? So you have to tell us whether you are a vegetarian or non-vegetarian, and what are the meal timings that you follow. Now let's talk about the different sources of food, okay. So where does this food come from? We get all food from plants and animals, okay. So food from plants includes vegetables, fruits, nuts, cereals, pulses, and these are all the things that come from plants. Food from animals includes milk, okay, butter comes from milk only, okay, then eggs, fish, meat, okay. Now, but we get salt from the sea water, neither from plants nor from the animals, okay. Salt is extracted from the sea water, okay. Now let's talk about the healthy eating habits. Wash your hands with soap and water before and after every meal, okay. We touch so many things around us, isn't it? So that is the reason why before we eat, okay, we have to ensure that we wash our hands with soap and water to get rid of the germs. Always eat fresh and well cooked food. If you eat something raw, wash it before eating, okay. Not necessarily we eat only cooked food. There are certain food items that we eat raw also, like for example, we have a carrot also, which carrot you can have it raw as well. So, but ensure that you wash it clean before having it, so that the germs or the dust particles, whatever are there, they are washed away, okay. Now drink 8 to 10 glasses of water daily. Drink 2 to 3 glasses of milk every day. What does milk contain? It contains calcium, which makes our bones and teeth strong, okay. Do not eat food from roadside hawkers. They may be stale or containing dirt or germs, okay. Most of the roadside hawkers do not cover the food. They leave it open, as a result of which germs or flies and all different types of insects sit on the food and contaminate it, okay. And this contaminated food, when it goes inside your body, you fall sick, okay. Now eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Avoid junk food like pizza, burger, chocolates, pastry, etc. It is not good for health. You can have them once in a while if there is a special occasion, but otherwise try and restrict as much as possible, okay. Do not waste food. The food you waste can feed another hungry stomach. You must have seen that everybody is different. We have rich people, we have poor people. So there are certain people who do not get even one meal of the day. They are so poor. So if you waste food, okay, it is really bad, because there are some people, okay, in the world who are waiting to get some food to eat. So do not waste food. Have only that much that you need, okay. Don't take a lot of food in your plate and then waste it. Eat only that much that you think that your stomach can take in, okay. Now let's go through the gist of the chapter. We eat food to live and grow. It makes us healthy and strong. Food can be divided into three groups: energy giving food, body building food and protective food. Energy giving food gives us energy to work and play. Body building food helps us to grow, and protective food helps us to fight diseases. Okay. So, children, energy giving food, energy to work and play. Body building helps to grow, okay, build our body, grow, and protective to, it protects from diseases, okay, gives the strength to fight diseases or any type of illnesses. Water helps us to digest the food that we eat and also wash away the waste from our body. We must eat a balanced diet to remain healthy. A meal is the food that we eat at a fixed time every day. We get our food from plants and animals. Okay. So, children, let us look at the new terminologies that we have learnt in this chapter from the term back. Digest, that means to break down food into simpler food. Okay. So, next, calcium. What is a calcium? It is a silver white mineral, okay, that our body needs, our bones need them. Okay. Our bones require calcium to be strong. Now, it is time to evaluate you. Okay, take the correct answer. It helps us to grow. Food, water or juice? Food. This food gives energy. Fish, beans or sugar? It is sugar. This food protects us from diseases. What is it? Fruits, rice or butter? It is fruits. What helps us to digest the food that we eat? Egg, water or nuts? Water. We get all food from plants, animals or both of these? From both of these. Okay. Now, fill in the blanks with the correct words. Dash is very important for all living beings. What is very important? Food. Food keeps away from dash and keeps us healthy. It keeps us away from illness and keeps us healthy. Dash food, okay, builds our bones and muscles strong. Okay. So, that is body building. Okay. Water forms major part of the blood. Always eat well cooked and well fresh food. Okay. Always eat fresh and well cooked food. Okay. Now, match the food with the kind. Okay. So, go through the chart that we have already done and match this. Okay. Whatever comes in the energy giving, body building and protective is what you have to do here. Okay. Like in the, so energy giving food includes like sugar, potatoes, then you have milk, okay, you have butter. Okay. Body building food includes eggs, meat, etc. Okay. And protective food, fruits, vegetables and all. Alright. So, children, similarly find out more and answer. Okay. Now, you have to give two examples of the following. Okay. Energy giving food, rice and sugar. Body building food, what is it? You can say your eggs, they help you to build your body. Meat. Protective food, fruits and vegetables. Vegetarians eat, what do vegetarians eat? They eat fruits, vegetables. Okay. Non-vegetarians eat fish, eggs. Okay. Junk food, pizza, burger. Alright. So, now, why do we need food? We need food to stay fit and healthy and keep ourselves away from diseases. Okay. Why is water important? Water helps us to digest the food and remove the waste from our body. Okay. What is a balanced diet? A balanced diet is a diet which includes energy giving food, protective food, body building food and water at the same time. Okay. Now, you have to differentiate between vegetarians and non-vegetarians. Vegetarians are the people who have only milk products and have vegetables and fruits in their diet. Okay. Non-vegetarians along with milk, vegetables, fruits also have the meat of animals. Okay. And also have eggs or animal products is what they have. What is a meal? Meal is the time when we have a particular time when we have food. Okay. So, when we have food at a particular time of the day, that particular time of the day is known as the meal time. Okay. So, that is when we have our meal. And what are the three meals of a day? They are breakfast, lunch and dinner. Okay, write any two food we get from plants. Okay, from plants we get, what do we get? We get different types of vegetables. Okay, we get different types of fruits from plants. Okay, crops come from plants. And from animals we get fish. Okay, we get eggs. All right. Now, we also get milk from animals. Okay. Now, let's talk about the fun zone. Prepare a balanced diet chart and paste it in your room. You must have seen the balanced diet chart. So, accordingly, make one and paste it in your room. Now, let's talk about the field activity. Visit your dentist. Request him or her to tell you how to keep your teeth healthy and write what he or she has advised you. All right. Now, let's talk about life skills and values. Eating meals at regular timings makes us healthy. You should eat the right food in right quantity and at the right time. Okay. Do not waste food. If you have a party or wedding at your house, any food left over, please give them to the needy ones. Okay. So, if you have leftovers, instead of throwing them in the dustbin, if they are in good condition and somebody can eat it, please donate the food. All right. Now, hustle and bustle. Make your own bookmarks. Okay. You know the bookmarks, right? In order to remember the page that you have read. Okay. Or in order to remember where you've left reading, you put a bookmark inside the book. So, collect some pictures of different types of animals. Cut out their faces and paste these faces on ice cream sticks to make colorful bookmarks. You can use them while reading a book. You can also use these bookmarks to give to your loved ones. Okay? But before you do the activity, you have to, okay? Before you do the activity, you have to reread the chapter, finish all the exercises and finish all the project work that you have to do, and then get on to the activity. All right, children, get going.